running through life. Been there and done that with trifling people who told me my style would not work. I told them they wrong, been struggling too long. This song is for you, I'm proving you wrong. Get out my way, get out my way, get out my way, get out my way. I'm a genuine person. Like if I love you, I love you. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. It's as simple as that.
Turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize. 'Cause I can't make you love me, don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and feel the power if you won't. No, you won't. I'll close my eyes and I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and feel the power if you won't. No, you won't. I can't make you love me. No. If you don't, say you ain't got love. You ain't got love. You ain't got love. I just make you. I can't make you love me. Oh, I can't do it. I'm trying my best, but you put my heart to the test. Oh, I tried to get through to you, girl. Oh, can't you see that I'm crying out to you, girl? I can't make you love me. Oh, if you don't. Good afternoon.
afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? How are y'all doing? This is your boy Atmos Love Live. Let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Let's get into this. Let me see who we got up in here right now. Alma Queen Newton, you was first today. That's what's up. Thanks for coming in. Jacqueline Jones, hello. Beautiful Winter, hello. It's Quasia, how are you? Renee Glover, how you doing, Queen? How you doing? Nettie Boo, Sunday Dollar, what's going on? What's going on? Beautiful Winter, I think I said hello to you. Take RKelly, give us Tupac back. What's going on? Latrice B, hey, just videos. LaBez Beauty, how you doing? First time seeing you in here. Welcome in, welcome in. Let me see here. Who else? West Coast Bells, good afternoon. Monique, hey. Let me see who else up in here. Let me see who else. Chat this junk. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. I don't want to miss nobody now. Let me see. I got Nettie Boo. I got Monique. Larry's Mingin in the building. How you doing, my sister? DJ Natasha, how are you? Love from Amsterdam. Well, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Lynette Johnson, hello. Hey, Atmos, I'm back and on time. God has big things in store for you and yours. Keep showing up and showing out. Blessing. Oh, man, thank you so much, Miss Johnson. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. All right, Indigo, what's going on? A2L, 1908, hello. Kanza, what's up, Kanza? Toon the Goon, what's up, my brother? What's going on? I got to say, word on the yard is Kale's ready to talk and tell on folks. Ain't that something? That was fast. Love is fair. Hello, how are you? Felicia Martinez, hey, what's going on? All right, Flawless, what's up, Flawless? How you doing? All right, y'all. 100 devices. Miss Darcy in the building. How you doing, Miss Darcy? Celeste Featherstone, my first time seeing you here. Hello, how you doing? Welcome in the channel. Welcome in. All right, y'all. What's going on, Stacy? Hello. And we about to get going. Indigo. And let's get going, y'all. So I want to welcome everybody to the show today. Today, we are going to get back into these facts, y'all. We're getting back to facts on facts on facts. Facts on facts on facts. Now, our motto on this channel is officially, our motto on this channel is, let me see if anybody can remember what I said our motto was on this channel. Let me see if y'all can put it in before I put it in. What is our motto on this channel? Let me see. What's up, Be the Light? Look at that. Facts over feelings. Indeed. Facts over feelings. That is our motto on this channel. We ain't going off no feelings. We know it's a lot of people in their feelings right now, mad as HE double hockey sticks about the fact that they got locked up. There you go. Right. Oh, where he at? Right here. Here you go, y'all. Here you go. There you go. He in there. We got to keep him locked up. We cannot let him get to any more of our babies. He like the doggone Cookie Monster coming out the doggone a thing of cookies. Hey, Ian Pendleton, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, man, for real. We ain't not caring about nobody's feelings anywhere. This ain't about feelings. It's about facts. Straight up. All right, y'all. So check this out. I do want to. What's up, Kiki Saunders? How you doing? Oh, man, I caught you live. Yes, you did. How you doing, Queen? Welcome. Welcome on the channel. I appreciate you coming in. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get straight to this, y'all. So first of all, before we get started, I want to share something with y'all. I do have a special interview tomorrow night. I'm going to let y'all know who's going to be here live and in color. And I am excited about this. I'm so proud of this queen. One of the survivors of the creature. I know y'all say, he a child of God, Atmos. Don't call him a creature. Yeah, I know. But let me share this with y'all. File. Let me share. Boom. Hold on. Let me back over here. Share. Boom. 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 Here. Share. All right. So tomorrow night, right here on Atmos Love Zone, I will have Lizette Martinez live in color. Tomorrow night at 7:00 p.m. She's going to be on here talking about a couple of things, talking about her book, talking about her journey, talking about how life has been treating her since she was being, has stepped up and told her truth. And so I'm excited to hear from this queen. I will be getting more queens on here that want to just kind of talk and tell their side of the story. This channel was built for these queens. This is not only just for those survivors, but for any survivor that wants to come on here. As y'all heard the other night, I had a queen come on here, and she was able to, come on here and just speak her mind. And so I'm excited about this interview. I'm excited. Okay. So check this out, y'all. Be here tomorrow night at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. Come in, show Lizette a lot of love. Listen, it's going to be a lot of haters. So I have been giving out more wrenches, okay? So people say, well, how do I get a wrench on your channel, Atmos? Well, I look at your activity. If I see the same person coming over here and they active in the chat and they're respectful and they're nice and they're supportive, then those are people that I feel like are being loyal to the channel. So I want to give them that responsibility that, that they can help continue to watch over the house to make sure that we don't have any people coming up in here that's just simply don't got no good intentions. Okay. Now, just so y'all understand, I do allow people from the other side to come in here as long as they're respectful. Now they can come up in here and they can say, free RKelly, that's fine. But you can't be like, free RKelly and up them O's and all this kind of, gotta go. Nope, I'm not having it. You're not going to disrespect none of the queens over here. You're not going to disrespect none of those survivors. That's just not going to happen. That is your quickest one-way ticket to Blockland. Blockland all day long. Just 504, girl, what's going on? Thank you, Miss Linez. I appreciate you. So I just want to give y'all the heads up. Y'all are the first ones to know. I haven't even posted this on social media yet. Y'all the first ones to know. The only one who has approved this flyer was Lizette Martinez. So y'all now know. She will be here tomorrow night. Y'all come in, bring a lot of love. Her book, I believe, doesn't release until, I'm going to let her tell y'all. But y'all, yes. So tomorrow night, be here tomorrow at 7:00 so that we can love on these survivors, man. We're going to love on these survivors, okay? All right, now, let's get to the business. I am going to post a link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on to help me read, I would greatly appreciate that. Greatly. Let me go ahead and put it here in the chat. Let me see right here. Let me paste it. And let me go ahead and pin it to the top. Let me see. Hey, D. Michelle, how you doing? I'm going to pin this to the top. Any queen that wants to come in here and help me read, hit the link and come on in. Larry's Million. I would love for you to come in if you can. I don't know if you're at work or what, but I would love for either you or 100 Devices or anyone out there who I know can read. We are on Angela's part. Angela against the government. So it's Angela speaking, and then I'm going to be doing the government, and then when I get some more queens that want to come in, then, we'll switch up and do parts. But it is a lot of fun to read this stuff. We like to bring the transcripts to life on this channel so that y'all can actually feel like y'all are actually in the courtroom. Now, it is what it is. Some people get in their feelings. Oh, West Coast, hit the link. Hit the link, West Coast. Hit the link. I would love for you to come in and read. Hit the link. You don't got to show your face if you don't want to. Just hit the link and just drop the link. The link is at the top. So hit the link here. Once you hit the link, I would if I wasn't working. Oh, that's okay. A2L. What time you get off? We're gonna be on here later too. So if you want to read tonight, you know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome. I would love to have you read. I would love to have you read. I think a lot of people love it to have different people in the different characters. I think it's a lot of fun. So let me see here. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, so the link is in the chat. If you want to, come on in, come on in, come on in. And we're going to get it going, y'all. We're going to get it going. Oh, you at work right now? Oh, you at work. Okay. I understand. Oh, you get off at 6? What's 4? Okay, you know what? It's 4 something. We're going to probably come back on about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then if you want to, 8:12, I would love to have you come on here. I know I came on at a weird time because I usually come on at about, you can read from your PC. Okay, come on in, question. Come on in. Sure, I don't care. You can read from your PC. If it'll, you can do it tonight, take. Okay, cool. All I need at least 2 volunteers for the night. If y'all would. So when I drop the link, first 2 in, do it. Everybody's at work watching and listening to you on the down. I appreciate it, Monique. I know I came on a little bit earlier. I wasn't gonna come on until later. I'm still coming on tonight, but I wanted to come on a little bit earlier because we got a lot of reading to do, and we about to get those closing arguments and stuff. And so before we get those, I want to make sure. By the way, I'm from Ohio and live in GA. Are you serious? I just moved here from Ohio. I now live in GA also on A2L. I was in Canton, Ohio. Okay, yes, we at work. Oh, y'all at work. My bad. Oh, and I got a big mouth on it. Let me calm my volume down so don't nobody get fired for sneaking on here to listen to me. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my volume down a little bit so y'all can actually hear me. Okay, but don't forget you got to, hit the. They king will never walk the streets again. Nevada Foreman, you're absolutely correct. I don't see him doing that. Everybody said they at work. Okay. So check this out. So if you want to come in, just hit the link. 100 says she feeding her face. I know that's right. All right, y'all. So look, until somebody else hit the link, I'm about to get into these scripts, y'all. Let me pull it up right quick. Open file. We're starting from page 3294. So let me pull these up. We're on day 15. Y'all know I'm a one-man show, but I love to have the queens come in. I like to hear y'all voices, man. I love to hear the queens' voices on here. All right, so we're at 3294. I think that was the last page we left off on. Let me check really quick just to make sure I'm correct. Hold on. Okay. Now. All right. Somebody just hit the link. Okay. Let me see who hit the link. Hold on. Let me see. So I just heard somebody hit the link. Did they click on and click back off? Whoever hit the link, hit it again. Hit the link. Oh, you from Mississippi? Oh, say hey, Mississippi. Yeah. Oh, you good, Hey, Mississippi mama, you good. Don't worry about it. You make my last hour fly. Please keep reading, okay? All right, y'all, let's get it. So we starting at 3294. Let me see. That's 3291, 3293. Let me make sure. 3294, yes. So 3294. Here we go. So I'm going to start here at the top. So this is the direct examination of Angela with the government, okay? So the government says, I'm showing the witness only what's been marked for identification as government exhibit 964. Exhibit published to the witness only. The government says, do you recognize this photo? Angela says, yes, I do. The government said, does this photo include you, Tiffany, and the third person that was in your singing group? Angela said, yes, it does. The government says, and is that person's face blurred out, that third person? Angela says, yes, it is. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me pull this up really quick. All right. Like I said, if anybody wants to hit the link to come in and read, you are more than welcome. Hey, Joanne Reynolds, how are you? Start warming up the Cannon and Miss Becker. Oh, yeah. Beautiful winter, you silly. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Beautiful winter. Like, really? Like, you really want like warm up? Like, how do you want to warm up? Okay. Like, yeah, Judge. Sure, Judge. Yeah. Okay. So that's my warm up for her. And then Cannick is beautiful winter. What you want me to warm up for? You want me to warm up for you? Is that WARM, warm up, Miss Beautiful Winters? That's my warm up mechanic. Okay, let's get it, y'all. Here we go. That was for you. What's up, Nikki? Nikki, what up? What's up, Miss Stockton? Okay, y'all, here we go. All right, yes, it does. And this person's face blurred out, the third person. Angela says, yes, it is. The government says the government offers for the jury only. Government Exhibit 964. Mr. Cannon says, just one question. Are these members of the singing group or dancers? The judge says, the witness would know the answer to that. Then the witness says, members of the singing group. Cannon says, no objection. The judge says, okay, Government Exhibit 964 received in evidence. All right, so y'all, for those of y'all that came in, I just want to remind you that we have a interview tomorrow with Lizette Martinez at 7:00. Make sure y'all are here. I'm excited about it. Just wanted for people that just came in, okay? All right. Also, so Ms. Shahida says, if we could publish to the jury only, exhibit published for the jury only. So the government says, and where I'm pointing to the left of the photograph, is that you? Angela says, yes, it is. The government says, and on the right of that photograph, is that Tiffany? Angela says, yes, it is. The government says, in the middle of the third, okay, and in the middle is the third member of the group. Angela says, yes, it is. The government says, now, when the three of you met Aaliyah and her brother Rashad, what, if anything, did the defendant tell Aaliyah about the three of you? Cannon says, objection. The judge says, were you present when he said something? Angela said, yes, ma'am. The judge says, okay, overruled. The government says, what did he say? Angela said, he told her that we were going to be her background, just like he had public announcement. We were going to be her background as well. The government says, you mentioned public announcement. What is that? Angela said, public announcement is a group that used to sing background and dance with Robert as well. The government said, and do you recall whether the defendant said anything else to Aaliyah about the three of you? Angela said, he told her that we were going to give her her street vibe and that we were going to be there to be her friends as well. The government said, now, at some point around the time that you met Aaliyah, did the defendant name your girl group after that? Angela said, yes, she did. Okay, yeah, Quaisha, come on in. Come on in, Quaisha. Hit the link. Hit the link. I'd love for you to read. Hit the link, Quaisha. Hit the link. The link is still posted. Hit the link. All right, y'all. I believe Miss Quaisha can come in. She said, took me through questions and taps. My glasses are on now. I'm here if you need me. Yes, ma'am. Can you come in now? Just hit the link and then come on up in here. We're going to go ahead and mix this thing up. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. So I'm waiting on Quaisha to come in, y'all, and then we're going to have Quaisha. I'll probably have Quaisha read, ask her what she want to read. I'll let her pick. Quaisha the teacher. Yay, do it, Quaisha. Everybody say, Quaisha, 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 Quaisha. All right. All right, waiting on Quaisha. In the meantime, y'all, for those of y'all that did not see this, let me go ahead and pull it up. Boom. Open file. Let's see, 43. Where'd I put it? Okay, I think that's her. Hold on, let me get to it. Device is not connected. It says device is not connected, Quaisha. I don't know what that means. It didn't let you get on. You laugh like Jay-Z Atmos. Oh, yeah? All right. Nettie Boo, hold on. Let me pull this up really quick. Boom. Oh, what number was that? 4135. Boom. 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 4135. Open file. 4135. 4135. There we go. My bad, y'all. I knocked myself off. All right, let me show this again. Share the screen. Hit this here. Boom, boom. There we go. So tomorrow night, I will have the beautiful Lizette Martinez on here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock p.m. Be here. Bring your popcorn. Be ready to chill. Be ready to get some information about a powerful queen here. Okay? Powerful queen will be here tomorrow night live. Okay, yeah, question. You can call. Yep, call me. We just got in, Lakeisha Fleury. You good. You good. We just got in. So make sure y'all are here tomorrow night. Make sure you're here tomorrow night at 7 so that we can enjoy and listen to this queen tomorrow. Hey, y'all. Has anyone... All right. Let me get to this here. Boom. Day 15, new tab. Boom. Okay, so we got that up. Let me see if I can pull this back up for y'all so y'all can actually see transcripts. Question, call in. Hold on. That's the number, question right there. You can call in if you want. Okay. Edit. Let me share this with y'all. Share. There we go. Okay, so Quaisha's calling in, y'all, so y'all can hear her. We'll see who she wants to play. Let me turn the volume up. All right, I'm going to read until Quaisha call in. All right, here we go. So, now at some point, okay. Hello.
Hey, Atmos.
Hey, it's Quaisha.
Yeah, hey, y'all.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm trying to, I tapped the Enter Studio and, let me turn it down.
Do you have a camera? Do you have a camera? Huh?
Yeah, I allowed my camera. I allowed
Your microphone?
the microphone.
Okay.
And then they asked me for the screen name, my email. Then I tap Enter Studio, and every time I hit tap Studio, it takes me to the screen that says upcoming broadcast, creative broadcast. You know, like there's all.
Oh, you know what? So did you hit the link though, right?
Yeah. Every time I've hit the link.
Huh. That's weird. Well, let me see if they can hear you. I could just have you read. Let me see. Can y'all hear her good? Hey, unapologetically Hebrew, how are you? Can y'all hear Quaisha good? If you can hear Quaisha, put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear Quaisha good, put a 1 in the chat. So they saying they can barely. It's Quaisha? Quaisha, okay. They said can barely hear her.
Can barely hear me?
Yeah, let me. It's a little soft, barely. Hold on, let me.
Can you hear me now? And I'm talking.
Okay. How about that? I turned it up.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can y'all hear her now? Just turn up her volume.
Mic 212. It's Quaisha on the line. I'm just trying to read. I had to put my glasses on because, you know.
They saying not really. No. Can you do it on your phone?
Let me try. Hold on.
Okay. Just hit the link on your phone and then try that. We're going to get it together, y'all. We're going to get it together. What's up, Belle Louise? How you doing? I pray Joyston is somewhere safe, not with an enabler. But we don't know for sure. Wherever Joy is, Lord, please be a fence. Man, I know, right? She should be able to turn her mic up on in StreamYard. Okay. So she hung up. So let me see if she got it. All right. We'll see how she gonna. There we go.
You're in the show.
If you want to hit your little camera.
You're in the show.
Turn your camera off.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
I didn't hang up. It hung me up. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're low now, but can you hear me like loud?
Yes, you sound great.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You want your camera's on? Did you want your camera on or off?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Awesome.
Huh? I didn't hang up. It hung me up. Can you hear me?
You got a little delay. Speed your video up.
You're low now, but can you hear me like
loud?
What are you saying? I got the phone up to my ear because I can barely hear you. What you say?
Turn the phone down and turn your volume up on your phone. Turn it down on the computer.
Okay, it's down on the computer. It's off on the computer.
Okay.
If I hit the mic, let me see. Okay, I guess that turned that off. Okay, if you can hear me, you can hear me.
Yeah, they said that's better. Is that good? Is that good? Yes, I can hear you. Yes, atmosphere lower. Y'all know I got a big mouth. Okay.
I got a big mouth too.
All right, so that's it. I can take my volume up. So, all right, let's get to it then.
And I've done this before too. Okay, so which part am I reading? Let me see.
Do you want to be the government or do you want to be Angela? I'll let you pick.
I'll be Angela.
You read Angela? Okay.
Okay, give me the line number.
Yes, the line number is, let's see here.
And y'all bear with me too, because I have I have a vision impairment, but I can read.
That's okay. I'm at line number, let's just start at line number 2.
Okay, line number.
On page 3296. We on day 15, 3296.
Okay, line number 2. Okay, and it's where it says now, comma, at some point.
Yep. So I'm reading that. You're gonna be Angela. So where it says A, that's where you read, and I'll read everything else.
Okay, everywhere it says A. All right. Okay.
Let me make sure the chat is good. Everybody good?
Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yes. Okay. Everybody says it's great. Everybody says it's perfect.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready. I ain't gonna sing no song for y'all, but I might. I don't know.
You can sing too. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna start at 2. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Make sure my phone is good.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Okay, now at some point around the time that you met Aaliyah, did the defendant name your girl group after that?
Yes, he did.
And what did he call it?
Second chapter.
Now, do you recall anything specific about the day you met Aaliyah?
Can you scroll? Okay. Uh,
Right there at the top. Hey, the first line, number 9.
scroll down. Scroll down. Hold on.
Okay.
It was her birthday.
Yes. And do you recall whether the defendant said anything about what birthday it was?
He told us exactly how old she was. Wait. Going to be. Wait. Hold on. I'm on number 12, right?
That's right.
Okay. He told us exactly how old she was going to be that year.
Okay. And to the best of your recollection, how old do you believe her to be at that time?
She was 12.
Oh. Now, did you see Aaliyah again after that?
Regularly. Daily.
And what types of places would you see Aaliyah at?
At the studio, at the hotel. We would speak her out.
Sneak
No,
her.
we would sneak her out. Take her on the train to my dad's house, riding all around the south side of Chicago. Tiffany and myself.
Okay. And was Aaliyah and what was Aaliyah doing in Chicago during that time period?
Aaliyah was working on her first album.
Okay. And are you hold on. And are you aware of who, if anyone, wrote and produced that album?
Scroll up for me, please. Let me see.
Line number 2.
Yes, I am.
And who was that?
Robert.
And do you know what the album was called?
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Wow. So he did write that song. Unbelievable. Now, when Aaliyah was in Chicago working on her album, do you know where she stayed?
At the end of Chicago, best end of Chicago, directly across the street from CRC Studios.
And who, if anyone, came with Aaliyah to Chicago?
Her mother occasionally, but she had a chaperone as well.
And did you ever meet the chaperone?
Yes, I did.
Was her chaperone always around?
No, she was not.
And did her older brother Rashad also travel with her sometimes as well?
Yes, he did.
Was he always around?
No, he was not.
Now, you testified earlier that you were employed as a backup singer or backup dancer on certain tours with the defendant. Is that right?
That is correct.
Do you recall a tour that you worked as a backup dancer on where a performer called Gerald Levert was also on tour with the defendant?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, to the best of your recollection, around when do you recall that tour being?
93-ish.
And approximately how old were you at the time?
Maybe 17.
And how?
It's between 92 and 93. I'm not sure, but between those 2 years, so between 16 or 17.
Is it fair to say that you are not? Let me ask you this question: Would it be easier for you? Is this screen a little blurry? Because you want me to?
It's not blurry, but for some reason it's like when you scroll up,
yeah,
it dances a little bit, and then that's the screen. It's not my eyes; it's the screen. Okay. But I can, once I focus on once you stop scrolling, then I can, read.
Okay. I just want to make it easier on you because I know sometimes it can be hard to see. But I can send you, this in the email if it'll be easier for you to read it that way while we on here.
Yeah, send it to me in the email.
Okay,
please.
Yep, I got you. Give me one moment here. Boom.
I'm wondering, would I be able to? Let me see.
Maybe you can look at it on your desktop. As you read it, and then still leave it on your phone so we can actually hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll try it that way.
Okay. And let me see. What's your email?
Strong enough 0219 at
hold on one moment.
the G STRONGENU F as in Frank 0219
at Gmail.
Yep. Hey, don't y'all be trying to stalk me now.
All right.
Let me see.
Transcripts. Okay. And they on the way. Let me know once you get them.
Okay.
Hey, Pam Woods. What bothered me the most is she was testifying about things she saw him doing with a 12-year-old now, but said nothing absolutely then. Shame on all of them. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and just go and get to. Let me know. It should be there.
Is that the one that says? Oh, okay. Atmos. Okay.
Yep.
It's loading.
Yeah, she was younger herself, y'all. So you can't really say what somebody should have did when they was just as young as the person. They was all getting abused by him. So
okay, what line? I missed. Let me see.
Go to line 11.
Okay.
Page 3298. Line 11.
Okay. Line 11. On my end it says before the Honorable Ann M.
What page are you on?
Let me see. Let me go back to the top. Okay. Scrolling up to 11. On line 11, on my end it has just tell me what word to look for, because on line 11 it has transcript of trial before, etc.
What page are you on? The page is up in the corner.
3.
Go to 3. Go to 3298. Let me make sure I sent you the right one.
Let me see.
Go to 3298.
Okay, hold on. All right. 3184 is where it says.
Yeah. Go ahead and go to 32. Go to page 32.
Oh yeah, that's right. 93.
3298.
98. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
87. 89. Thank y'all for being patient.
No problem. Hey, y'all,
Okay.
Please hit that like button. If you want to, while we get this together, you can hit the like button. What's up, Shay? What's up, Shay? Shay
Let's
said,
see.
"Oh, I've been watching the last few while at work, so I couldn't comment. Love the video."
94, 97. All right. Line 11 on
Yep.
98. Okay. Okay.
Line 11. What you got right there?
I have those disputes for line 11. And then 12 is A. It says correct for me.
Let's go to make sure. So you're on page 3298 where it says Angela direct Shahida.
Hold on. Let me keep scrolling.
Okay.
Mine is a touch screen, so I don't have a thing. I rarely use the little.
Okay.
I'm scrolling up. 30.
30 page 3298.
Oh, I gotta keep scrolling. Oh my god. I gotta keep scrolling.
Okay. Welcome everybody in the chat. We are getting straight to the facts. No feelings over here. All facts. Facts over feelings. Facts over feelings over here. Let them be in their feelings over there. They can be mad and talking about going to Washington, D.C. to protest the White House and all that craziness. Let them do what they do.
30. I'm getting there. Scrolling. 30. Y'all hit the like button. I'm scrolling.
Hey, DR, how you doing? Shay said, I'm moving and cleaning, so this also helped me get all this done. That's what's up. Javante, how you doing, Queen? What's going on?
Okay, 30.
Oh, they said read while she catches up. Okay.
Yep, some squeezing. 75. I'm almost there. 30.
98.
32.
Hey, we can use more readers if anyone want to hit the link. You can hit the link. And we can move around parts if y'all want to.
Okay, that's 85. Okay, I'm having a 88. I have to scroll and then catch it because it'll keep going up.
Okay.
32.
98, and then line 11.
Okay, I'm almost there. 3 more pages. Okay, let me see. Okay, 94. Hallelujah. Okay. All right, line 11. Yes, it is.
Hold on.
Oh,
3298. Page 30.
oh Lord.
4 pages off.
It's going fast. It's going fast.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. $90. Okay, gotta go back 2 pages.
Okay. 3298, and then we good.
All right. Let's see. That's the one that says it's between it's between 92 and 93.
Yep.
I'm not sure, but between those 2 years. So between 16 or 17.
All right. Is it fair to say that you are not sitting here today in 2021? You're not sure of the exact date of that tour?
That is correct.
Now, did you travel from city to city?
By tour bus.
And was there more than one tour bus traveling from city to city?
Yes, there was.
Do you remember anything about the tour bus you traveled on, what it looked like?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you recall about that tour bus?
There are small tables and couch-like chairs in the very in the very front. There are sleeping bunks that are on either side of the bus, and at the very rear of the bus is the main cabin, and there's also a bathroom as well.
Okay. Oh, one moment. All right. Now, do you recall a tour stop during that tour in Washington, D.C.?
Yes, I do.
And about how long were you in Washington, D.C. for that tour stop?
A couple of days.
And after you got to Washington, D.C., where did you stay?
I don't recall what hotel we stayed in, ma'am.
But it was at a hotel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did the defendant become upset with you at any point while you were at that tour stop in DC?
Yes, he did.
Now, what was that one or more than once? Once or more than once?
It was more than one occasion, ma'am.
Now, do you recall what happened the first time he became upset with you while at that tour stop?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
What do you recall about that?
I recall that myself, Tiffany, Aaliyah, and one of the other dancers, Gerald Levert, had a swim party. Oh Lord. And we went to the splash party. We were in the swimming pool, and the defendant came and got us out of the pool.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. And did he say anything about why he was upset?
Yes, we were always instructed not to associate with other artists on the tour. He was always afraid that someone may do something.
Objection. The judge says, Your Honor, I objected to that. The government says, I think there was an objection. I think there was an objection, Judge. The judge says, I did not hear it. I'm sorry. Well, sustain it as to the last part. He was always afraid. But did he tell you not to associate with other people? Hold on, go ahead.
Yes, he did.
And did he tell you why?
Yes, he did.
And what did he say?
He didn't want anybody dropping drugs on his tour bus. He always felt that people were out to get him.
I withdraw my objection. Okay. Did he say anything specific about the pool party, why he didn't want you at the pool party?
He didn't want us communicating or congregating with other artists. Period.
Okay. And when you say other artists, is that any other artists or certain types of artists?
Any other artist. He didn't like people looking at his girls.
All right, hold on, Belle. Belle, the link is at the top. The link is at the top, Belle. Belle Louise, the link is at the top. We're going to get some more readers in here. Hold one moment.
Okay.
Miss Quaisha, hold one moment. Let me see. Yeah, you're right, Nisha. When you're doing wrong, I guess you would be fearful of someone doing something to you. Yeah, that's true.
So he knew what he was doing.
Yep.
He was very conscious about doing what he was doing.
I'm gonna drop the link again. Belle Louise. Hold on. Paste it. There's the link again. I just posted it. Hit that link. Hit that link. Yeah.
Share, don't stare. That's weird.
Indeed. All right. So she about to hit the link. Man, this is let me do the trigger warning. This can get very emotional, it's very triggering. So make sure if you need to step away, if when we're reading this, you need to step away, make sure you do that. This stuff does affect people personally when they read about some of these victim stories. You know? So I want to make sure that I put that trigger warning out there. Hey, Karen J. I want to make sure I put that trigger warning out there so that y'all understand that it is serious. Okay, Belle Louise is in here. Let me see if we can hear. Hey, Belle.
Hey, Belle Louise.
Very triggering. So, Belle Louise, can you hear me? Is in here? Let me see if we can hear.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. So turn your volume down, so that way. Let me see if that'll help.
Yeah, I turned mine off.
Or turn the volume off. Yes, we hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey. Hi. Okay.
Hey, so turn your volume down, so that way. Let me see if that'll help.
Yeah, I turned mine off.
Oh, you did? Okay, somebody got an echo. Yes, we hear you. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Okay. So turn your volume down, so that way. Let me see who this coming from.
Yeah, I turned mine off.
Oh, you did? Okay, somebody got an echo.
Right, I hear an echo. So do I need to go out and come back in?
I have my volume turned off.
So go to mute.
On my computer. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Hold on. Now, who's it said that? Belle Louise?
No, this is Quasia. I said I turned my volume off on my laptop, but I'm hearing you and her well.
Okay, Belle Louise, say hello.
Hello.
Say it again.
Hello.
Okay.
This is Quasia. I said I turned my volume off on my.
So someone has something too loud in the background, and it's doing an echo.
I just have my phone up to my mouth. That's it.
Okay. So your computer volume is down? Someone has something too loud in the background. Yeah, see, I hear somebody's.
I'm only. This is Belle Louise. I'll leave and come back in.
Okay.
Can you hear me better? Is it just me?
Yeah, too many devices on. Somebody got too many devices on.
Yeah.
Turn the phone volume down. Okay. See,
turn my phone volume down.
I'm gonna ask. Yeah.
Because if I turn down anymore, I won't be able to hear you. Anybody.
It's 100 devices on.
Right. It's 100 devices on in the Apple Cloud.
Yeah. All right. Belle Louise is back. Hey, Belle Louise.
Hi.
If I turn down anymore, I won't be able to hear you. Anybody.
I think it might be your. It might. How many devices you got right now, Belle Louise?
Right. We all work from home. Like people go to school from home, so it's a lot of devices in my house. So that might be the issue.
It is.
Okay, somebody else call in to help do the reading, please. I'm excited. I want to hear it.
Right.
Thanks anyways. Bye, you guys.
Okay. Sorry.
See you later.
Hey, can somebody else call in, please? Anybody else want to call in to help out?
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. That could be feedback we're getting. Okay, let's continue.
Can you hear me? Is it just me? No echo?
You're good. Yours
okay.
worked Okay. I wish Alicia was in here or. Okay, my Norma Reed is not in here. Okay, that's okay. Let's keep rolling. Diva time. You can't call in and read.
It's Diva.
All right, let's go ahead and keep rolling.
Okay.
Hold on. All right. Boom, boom, boom. So we started. Okay. Now you mentioned that there was another time that the defendant got upset with you during that tour stop. Is that right?
That is correct.
And do you recall about that second time he became upset?
After he got us out of the pool, they were attending an after party for himself. So,
okay. And who is the they that you're referring to?
public announcement, RKelly and the entourage of people that were allowed to go to the after party.
Okay. All right. Okay. And were those people men?
Yes, ma'am.
Hold one moment. Okay. All right. Boom, boom, boom. You said yes, ma'am. Okay. Continue.
We were told to stay out and not to leave the hotel or our rooms. And we decided to go out for food.
Okay. And you say we were told. Who is the we in that sentence?
All of us, all of the dancers, including Aaliyah, were told to stay put and not leave the hotel, and Tiffany as well.
Okay. And what, if anything, was Aaliyah doing on this trip to DC?
She was seeing what traveling road life was like. She was protege. At the time, she wasn't performing, but she was getting her feet wet.
Okay. And you said and you said you went to get food. Do you recall where you went?
We went to the 7-Eleven.
And what happened after you went to the 7-Eleven?
We thought we were lost on our way coming back.
And what happened then?
We were trying to find our way back, making a bunch of noise walking over the bridge. And we saw a group of guys. We weren't sure who they were. Aaliyah started freaking out, saying we shouldn't have left. Robert told us, don't leave. In the interim, we realized that it was Robert and the rest of the guys.
Okay. And what was the group of guys that you saw? That was a group of guys you saw?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened after that?
Once we got back to the hotel lobby, Robert told all of us we would have to put out that night.
Okay. What did you understand him to mean by put out?
It was dues time.
Okay, hold on. I think they're gonna try one more time. Hey, Belle. I just unmuted your mic. Can't unmute. Okay. Belle, can you hear me?
Yes. Do I still have an echo?
No. What'd you do different?
Yes. you guys help me out?
It's a party. It's a party.
Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
I don't want to be on camera, but I will read
No,
for you guys.
that's fine. I just need your voice.
Okay.
So I want to switch this up a little bit.
Okay.
I want to have I'll play a man part.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll just do the government. Could you do the judge for me question?
Okay, those are all the ones with the Q for equation.
No, the one that says the court.
The court.
Yeah, I'll do the Q's. I'll
Okay.
have do the A's, and you can do the courts. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. The court. Okay, the court.
Thank you so much. All right. So, matter of fact, you start. So, do you know? You can read the screen, Louise? You can see it.
Yes, I can see the screen.
All
Can
right,
you
so
guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, it sounds perfect.
Yes.
Okay. So, you can start, Quasia, where it says the court. What does that mean? Dues time.
What does that mean? Dues time.
When Robert tells you that you have to pay your dues, that means he wants you to have sexual contact or sexual intercourse with him.
Now, you testified earlier that at a certain point after you met the defendant, the frequency of your sexual interactions with him diminished. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And while you were, or at the time that you were in DC, the offense you just described, had it been a while since the defendant had engaged with in sexual intercourse with you at that point?
Sexual intercourse, yes. Sexual contact, no.
Okay, and by sexual contact, what do you mean?
Well, he would still ask me to take my clothes off and dance periodically and still fondle.
Now, did you end up engaging in sexual intercourse with him that night?
No, ma'am, I did not.
And what happened?
He told us that he would let us know when it was time for us to come up. And when he told me to come up, when I got off the elevator, before we got to the room, I said I wasn't going to do it that time.
And how did he respond?
He said he was going to send me home.
And what happened next?
I told him I would call my mom and she would have me home on a private jet faster than he could get me there on a commercial plane. And he responded, I was just joking.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Angela. All right. Told his ass. Okay. And I'm sorry. Okay. Did you end up staying on the tour?
Yes, I did.
Now, did there come a point in time while you were in DC at that tour stop where you were playing pranks? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you playing pranks by yourself or with someone else?
I was playing pranks with someone else.
Okay. Okay, and what kind of pranks were you playing at that time?
On that particular day, we were tossing water.
Can you explain what you mean by that?
Should I start with how the game starts?
Well, let's start.
Or that specific day? Court?
Judge?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Oh, let's see.
It's line 24.
24.
On page 3304.
What do you mean by tossing water? Water. No. What do you mean by tossing water? Water balloons?
No, just water out of a cup or the ice buckets from the hotel.
Go ahead.
What happened that day with respect to the prank playing in the water?
Well, we had a game that we would play on the bus called All Out GDFing. I'm sorry, I don't want to say the word.
Your word, I get it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. And that was like a truth or dare. Somebody would dare you to do something crazy, or you would have to tell the truth. But the name that Robert gave it was All Out GDFing. And so this particular day, we were going to get them back. Robert has a theme where he likes to play jokes. He'll put his salt or pepper in your nose or your mouth, or put it in your hand or in warm water so you pee yourself, things like that. And so this particular day, we were going to get the guys back. And so we started at the hotel, and we started with public announcement, having the maids open their doors and tossing water into their rooms.
And at some point, you decide to continue this game or this prank plan on the tour bus.
Yes, we did. We were in the process of getting ready to leave for a show, and people were moving about in and out of the bus. And we got wind that Robert was in his quadrant, and we were going to go and toss water on him.
And when you say his quadrant, what are you referring to?
There's a main cabin at the rear of the bus where he slept.
And what, if anything, happened after you got on the bus?
I proceeded to the rear of the cabin. I slightly opened the door and saw.
Which door did you open?
The door to the main cabin.
And what, if anything, did you see after you opened that door?
I saw Robert and Aaliyah in a sexual situation.
And what specifically did you see?
It appeared that he had his head up in between her legs and was giving her oral sex.
And do you recall where in the room that was when that happened?
There's a small portion that you can sit on, and that's where she was sitting, just like a little couch thing. It's a small sitting area. I don't know if you would call it a couch.
And how was Aaliyah seated on the couch?
She was seated with her legs open.
Was she seated upright?
Upright, yes, ma'am.
And where did you see the defendant?
On his knees, ma'am.
And where was his head?
In between her legs.
In her vaginal area?
That's what it appeared to be, ma'am.
What did you do after seeing that?
I closed the door abruptly, pushed the other girl behind me away from the door.
Prior to that date, did you know that the defendant was engaging sexually with Aaliyah? Objection.
No, I did not.
I think that's her. That's her.
No, I did not.
Oh.
No, that's a prospective juror.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the court says
overruled.
Government says, did you ever talk to the defendant about what you saw that day?
No, I did not.
At some point, did you stop working as a dancer for the defendant?
Yes, I did.
And around when was that?
Right before the download tour.
Do you recall around when that was?
Mid-90s. I'm not certain what year.
After you stopped working as a dancer for the defendant, did you continue to work with any other artists that were affiliated with him after that?
Yes, I did.
Which artists did you work with?
I danced for Sparkle.
Now, you were a dancer for an artist named Sparkle.
Yes, ma'am.
And in that capacity, did you sometimes continue to see the defendant?
Yes, I did.
At what times of locations?
In passing, the studio.
Are you familiar with the docuseries called Surviving RKelly?
Yes, I am.
And did you participate in that docuseries?
Yes, I did.
What, if anything, did you provide to the producers of that docuseries?
Photographs only.
What types of photographs did you provide?
Of me during that time period.
And what, if anything, did you receive for the use of those photos?
I don't recall the amount.
Did you receive money?
Yes, I did.
You don't recall about how much?
I don't recall the exact amount.
Do you have an estimate of how much?
A few grand.
Did you talk about Aaliyah on Surviving RKelly?
Yes, I did.
And did you talk about the defendant having sex with you as a minor on the docuseries?
No, I did not.
Why not? Objection.
Overrules.
I was embarrassed. I never wanted anyone to know that I had been in that situation at all.
Now, during the course of time that you knew and spent time with the defendant, what, if anything, did he say about protecting him?
We were taught from day one to protect Robert and that people are always out to get him. So from day one, we were told to make sure that we protected him.
Now, one moment, Your Honor. Nothing further. Cross-examination. Canic. All right. So I'm not going to be too rough on you, Angela. Okay. but I got to bring it Canic style. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And listen, I got to tell you, like I tell everybody else, don't hate me after this. All we doing is acting. Okay.
Right. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys for accepting me in this part.
Yeah.
Cross-examination.
Cross-examination. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. Yes. Briefly, Your Honor. What year was it that you were hired to be a dancer for Robert?
1992.
And how old were you then?
16, roughly.
And who hired you?
Robert.
Did you have a contract?
No.
You went on the road with him.
Yes, I did.
And did you perform in any videos with him?
Yes, I have.
So then if we were to look, we would find your name on the credit side of those performances. Am I correct?
No, you would not.
We would not. So we would not because you didn't do it, right?
That's incorrect, sir.
So you telling me, us, that you perform with him on videos, but we would not see you receiving any credit for it on the video label?
I don't know if your tour dancers get credits on concerts that are recorded that people perform in.
I didn't ask you about concerts. You testified and told us just a short time ago that you performed on videos with him.
Perhaps maybe I didn't understand you. When you say video, do you mean a music video or do you mean being in a concert or in those videos being recorded and then replayed?
Ma'am?
Can you clarify the question, please?
Please.
Ma'am, when you think of a music video, what do you think of? Objection.
Sustained.
The court.
Just clarify what the difference is. Were you ever on a video like on MTV, a non-concert video?
No.
On those videos are dancers, correct?
The majority of his music videos in the early 90s didn't have dancers in the videos.
Just do your best to answer the question. The question that he's asking.
I'm sorry, sir.
Just put that question again.
I'm not asking about the majority. On the video, there are dancers. Am I correct?
Well, that would be a two-part question, sir. A part of that would be yes, and a part of that would be no. Some videos have dancers and some videos do not.
So now, where was it that you would perform with Robert?
I was a tour dancer, sir, over several states.
Again, my question is, you know what? Withdraw that. Did you perform with him in arenas?
Yes. Let me ask you, are theaters and arenas the same thing, sir? So I have clarity.
If you don't want to clarify, don't.
Tell us the venues that you performed in with him.
Sir, you just asked me that.
The venues.
He didn't say videos.
I don't recall the names of the venues that I was 25 years ago. Chicago Theater is one. That's because I'm from Chicago, and it was a really big deal. That he was at Chicago Theater, and we were excited to be. I can't see. You got to show. We were excited to be there. Okay.
I'm sure you are excited to be at other venues as well, correct?
Yes, but I don't recall the names of the venue, sir. I do apologize.
You said you performed with him in D.C. Do you remember telling us that?
That is correct.
What kind of venue was it in D.C.?
We did several different things, even a high school.
Again, when you said you did several types of things, did you perform in arenas?
We performed in arenas. We performed in high schools. We performed in gyms.
Did you perform in a nightclub?
No, sir, we did not.
And when you say you performed in an arena, did you have a recollection as to which arena?
No, sir, I do not.
And do you recall performing in arenas that had more, that they also played basketball?
That's correct. And I'm also remember the Ohio State Fair.
Now, the arenas that you performed in, you were still 15 or 16 years old when you were performing.
That is correct, sir.
And the arenas had no age requirements for performers.
I wouldn't be aware of that, sir.
Well, you do know that Aaliyah was not allowed to perform in certain arenas because of her age, correct? Objection.
Sustain as to form.
Were you aware that Aaliyah wasn't able to perform in certain arenas with Robert because of her age?
I think I specified earlier.
Mr. Koenig, the question is, do you know whether or not she was prohibited from performing because of her age?
I do not.
Are you aware that arenas have age requirements that underage folks are not allowed to perform?
I wouldn't be aware of that, sir.
Now, when did you hire a lawyer?
Last year, sir.
And when was it that you were engaged by surviving RKelly?
That was in 2018, sir.
And you testified and told us that on that show, you were paid money to provide photographs. You did not tell anyone on that show that Robert Kelly assaulted you sexually.
That is correct, sir.
Nothing further.
Any redirect?
Just briefly, Your Honor.
Okay.
Have you been asked in any other media outlets whether anything occurred between you and Robert Kelly sexually?
Yes, I have, sir. I mean, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Objection.
Could I see the parties at the sidebar just for a moment, please?
Hold on. And how, if at all, did you respond on those occasions? Objection.
Could I see the parties at the sidebar just for a moment, please?
All right, so it's a sidebar. Following the sidebar took place outside of the hearing of the jury. Go ahead. The court.
What is your objection?
It's beyond the scope of cross. She asked specifically about surviving R. Kelly, and I asked very specifically about what? My question only pertained to surviving R. Kelly and what her response was, and that was in direct relationship to the question that was asked on her on direct, of her on direct.
What is your answer to that?
he clearly ended on the question. Okay, it's beyond the scope. He's making it seem like he never said anything prior to today. I think her response will be when she was directly asked that question by another media outlet, she said, that is not something I want to discuss. That is consistent. And he opened the door by asking this question. I am allowed to redirect.
It's certainly related to the topic, at least in my view. Certainly part of it was directed for undercutting her credibility. Correct so far?
Correct.
Hold on, lost my place. And part of it was, wait a minute, the words. And part of it was leaving the jury with the impression that she's never said anything to anybody about it.
She still hasn't.
Sorry. See,
There's a difference between nothing happened and I don't want to talk about it.
I am going to permit the question.
The sidebar ends. Okay, so this is still the government. Go ahead.
I gotta scroll up. Mm-hmm. What line number? Let me see.
Number 2. Line number 2.
The objection is overruled. Go ahead.
So when you were asked in the media directly whether anything sexually happened between you and the defendant, how, if at all, did you respond?
There were things that had occurred that I chose not to discuss at that time.
And that's how you responded?
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing further?
Anything else?
Nothing.
Thank you so much. And when are you ready to call? Oh, I'm sorry. You can step down, and when you are ready to call another. Wait a minute, that didn't make no sense. Wait a minute. Thank you so much. You can step down. And then are you ready to call another witness?
We are, Your Honor.
And who is that?
Jerry Ortez. Your Honor, may we speak at a sidebar, please?
Yes.
All right. So Kenneth says, the government asked us to enter into a stipulation. We entered into a stipulation, but I thought that's why we entered the stipulation to I don't know what obviate. Okay. Obviate, yeah. The need for this witness, and if we need, this would be wholly cumulative. Look, there are 2 witnesses. Okay, there were 2 witnesses that would testify to prior consistent statements regarding Sonia. One was Charity Torres, who was provided the stipulation for, and the other is Jerry Ortez, who had already traveled and was there and was here. It doesn't matter to me.
Why don't you stipulate?
I don't have the language. What I don't want to have happen is, and I am happy to do that, is that I don't want to have happen is we fly her back home and then say, they're unwilling to stipulate.
I'm going to excuse the jury for 10 minutes. If you can work out a stipulation, that's fine. But if not, that's also fine.
Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to speed things along. I am going to excuse. Just got stuff in my way. I'm going to excuse you for just 10 minutes or so while we work this out. And this will move things along. So don't talk about the case at all. But I will see you in a few minutes.
The jury exits.
Everybody have a seat. And take this time and see if you can work out a stipulation with respect to this witness. Thank you so much.
All right. And then in court, outside the presence of the jury, the courtroom deputy says, all rise.
Everybody can sit down.
There's a pause in the proceedings. Ms. Cruz-Melendez says, we have got the stipulation. We'll print out a copy of it, but I think we're in agreement.
Oh, great. So you are going to call another witness then?
Yes. Yes, we are, Your Honor. The government is going to call Alex.
I'm scrolling, sorry. Okay. So if you want to just go get the witness and Miss Shahada, just let me know where I should be.
There's a pause in the proceedings.
I'm sorry, Miss Shahada.
Yes. All rise. The jury enters the courtroom. The jury's present. The courtroom deputy says, you may be seated. The court.
My screen is going fast. 1 second.
The bottom of 30.
Okay. All right. Well, so that was a very. I'm trying to scroll ahead. That was a very. A very productive break. The parties have agreed to stipulate to some evidence, but they're going to call a different witness now.
All right.
Go ahead.
Perfect. Okay, the government calls Alex. The courtroom deputy says, please stand and raise your hand. Right hand. Let me see. Alex is called as a witness, having been duly first sworn and affirmed, was examined and testifies as follows. The courtroom deputy says you may be seated. The judge says
you can remove your mask. So a couple of things. I want to make sure the microphone is working. Will you just give it a tap?
All right.
There's a button. There's a button on the top. Maybe.
pause the proceeding.
Try it again. Just speak into it.
Pause in the proceedings.
Okay. So just a couple of things. First of all, I want to make sure that everybody can hear you.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, Quaisha, thank you so much for jumping in. Awesome job.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
Yay.
much. Louise, stay on real quick. I want to just zip through this real quick. But Quaisha, thank you so much. You were awesome. Thank you for jumping in when nobody else would, okay?
Thank you. I'll go back in the chat.
Thank you,
Bye.
Quaisha.
All right. What I'll do is I'll just zip through. Now, is Alex a dude or is Alex a girl?
I think Alex is a guy.
Okay, let me read Alex, and you can just switch to the government. That's okay. And I'll do the judge and everybody else.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start
Okay.
right here where the witness says hello. I'll just say, we're on line 23. I'll just say, hello. Of course, it's okay, good. All right, so speaking to the microphone, our court reporter is taking down everything that you say. Okay. Then the judge says, so I actually think it's easier just to hold on to it. Yeah. Then you won't, have to keep leaning in. But the court reporter takes down everything that you say. So try not to speak too quickly. I want to make sure that he can get it all. Now, if there is a question that you don't understand or that you want repeated, just let me know and I'll have the lawyers rephrase. Just do your best to answer that best answers the particular question that you are being asked. Okay? Yes. Okay. Oh yeah. Either one. All right. Go ahead. So you can be the government and I can be Alex because he's a guy. All right.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Shay, you here? Come on in, Shay. Come on in. Thank you, Quaisha. Thank you. Yeah, Quay. Shay, come on in. Hit the link at the top. Hold on. I'm gonna have Shay read the judge. Let me see if I'm gonna post the link again. Hold on, paste. All right, hit the link, Shay. Man, thank you so much, Quaisha. Quaisha was the only one jumped on when I was like, somebody come on. All right, so Shay gonna come in. I'm gonna have Shay take over as the judge, and then I will do. Okay, there she go.
Hello.
Shay,
Hey, I took a nap.
Okay. I kind of came on kind of at an odd time anyway, but thank you for coming in real quick.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
So you want me to be the court, right?
You can read the court. Yes, you'll be the court.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'll be Alex, and then we'll have Louise. She can be the government.
Okay.
All right. So you can start. So Q will be you, I'll be A, and then the court will be Shay. Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government's Exhibit 6B. Do you recognize the person in this photograph?
68.
I'm sorry, 68. Do you recognize the person in this photograph?
Yes.
And who is this photograph of?
That's myself.
I'm showing the witness only what's been marked for identification as Government Exhibit 68A. Is this the same photograph of you with your true first and last name?
Yes, it is.
I move to admit Government's Exhibit 68A to the jury only.
Any objection?
None.
Okay.
Okay. That's in evidence.
And then Government's Exhibit 68A marked and received in evidence.
And we may publish it in the jury only.
Exhibit published.
Now, for purposes of your testimony here today, we're going to refer to you as Alex, okay?
Yes.
I'm showing you what's been marked for identification as Government Exhibit 68B. Is this the same photograph with your name, Alex, underneath?
Yes.
I move to admit Government Exhibit 68B.
No objection.
Okay. It's in evidence. Government Exhibit 68B marked and received in evidence.
And may we publish it?
Yes. Exhibit published.
Pause
Okay.
it.
Go
See.
ahead.
Okay.
Thank you. How old are you?
31.
And when were you born?
2/13/90.
Is that February 13th, 1990?
Yes, ma'am.
And in what neighborhood did you grow up in?
In the south suburbs of Chicago.
What neighborhood was that?
Hazel Crest, baby.
Now, where did you go to high school?
Hillcrest High School.
And when did you graduate from Hillcrest High School?
2008.
And after high school, did you continue your education?
Yeah, some college.
And after college, after high school, and Some college, did you work?
Yes.
What kind of work did you do?
After high school, like I was working at McDonald's after high school.
And do you recall where the McDonald's that you worked at was?
In Markham, Illinois.
Now, are you currently employed?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
And do you also have your own business?
Yes.
What kind of business?
I got a clothing line.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government Exhibit 1. Do you recognize this person?
Yes.
Who do you recognize this to be?
Mr. Kelly.
Do you know his full name?
Robert Sylvester Kelly.
And have you ever met Robert Kelly before?
Yes.
Do you see him in the courtroom here today?
Yes.
And can you please point him out and identify by any article of clothing he's wearing?
White. Oh, right there. Right there. In the gray.
Indicating.
Now, what stage in your life were you in when you first met the defendant?
I was a teenager in high school.
And approximately how old were you when you first met him?
I was approximately 16.
What grade were you in high school?
When I met the defendant, I was a junior.
And apart from here today in the courtroom, approximately when was the last time you saw the defendant?
2019.
Now, do you recall where you were when you first met the defendant when you were a junior in high school?
Yes. It was at a party at his residence in Olympia Fields.
And over the years, did you go to the defendant's Olympia Fields residence multiple times?
Yes.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government's Exhibit 502A. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is this?
That's the gates of the Olympia Fields residence of Mr. Kelly.
Is this the gate to the enter of the residence?
Yes.
Now, over the years, approximately how many parties did you attend at the defendant's Olympia Fields residence?
It was like 9?
Now, you testified you first met the defendant at a party at the Olympia Fields residence. Without saying the person's name, did you go with someone to that party?
Yes, my best friend at the time.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government Exhibit 64. Do you recognize this person?
Yes.
And without saying his full name, do you know his full name?
Yes.
I'm showing the jury only what's in evidence as Government's Exhibit Exhibit 64A. Is this the same photograph with this individual's full name written underneath?
Correct.
Now, for the purposes of your testimony here today, we're going to refer to the individual in the photograph that I just showed you as Lewis, okay?
Yes.
And now I'm showing you what's in evidence. I'm showing everyone what's in evidence as Government's Exhibit 64B. Is this the same photograph with the same name, Lewis, underneath?
Yes.
Now, you testified that you went with your best friend at the time to the party where you first met the defendant at Olympia Fields. Is that correct? Is that right?
Correct.
And was Lewis your best friend at the time?
Yes.
And did you live in the same neighborhood?
Yes.
And did you go to the same high school together?
Yes.
Was Lewis the same age as you?
He was 1 year older.
And was he in the same class as you in high school?
Nah, he was 1 year above me.
So when you were a junior, he was a senior.
Correct.
How was it that you ended up going to a party at the Olympia Fields residence with Lewis?
Lewis got invited, and he invited me also to come with him.
Did you understand that Lewis already had met the defendant before you?
Correct.
And where did Lewis work where you guys were in high school?
McDonald's.
Do you recall which McDonald's he worked at?
Markham, Illinois.
And what, if any, understanding did you have about how Lewis had met the defendant?
Through a drive-through at McDonald's.
At which McDonald's?
In Markham.
Where Lewis was working?
Yes.
I'm showing you government exhibit 522A and 522B. Do you recognize these photos?
Yes, it's the McDonald's in Markham.
And is that the McDonald's that Lewis worked at?
Yes.
And were you in high school?
Yes, that's correct.
Now, you testified earlier that you recall first meeting the defendant at the party at Olympia Fields when you were 16 during your junior year of high school. Do you recall approximately what time of the year it was when you attended that first party?
It was January 2007 or January-ish.
And your birthday is in February, correct?
Correct.
Now, when you got to the defendant's residence at Olympia Fields, well, actually, withdrawn. Do you recall how you got to the residence for the party that first time?
My best friend at the time.
Okay. And what happened when how did you physically get in the party, if you recall?
Well, we had to go to a Holiday Inn and get shuttled over to the party.
A shuttle? Is that what you say?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you mean by shuttle?
Well, I mean, we'd go to the Holiday Inn and just tell them, that we all get on the shuttle and to the residence at Mr. Kelly's.
So that was just a bus transporting people?
Correct.
From the hotel nearby to the residence?
Yes.
And after you got to the residence, what if anything happened?
I mean, it was just a live party.
Okay. And did you have to go through any security or anything before you got in?
Yeah, around the side there, they was doing like waivers and checking IDs.
And did anyone check your ID?
Nope.
Did anyone ask you to sign a waiver?
Nope.
Did you see what happened to others?
Yeah.
Now, once you got to the party, what was the atmosphere like?
It was real nice. They had nice music, good time. People was dancing,
And was any alcohol being served?
Yes.
And what was the gender makeup of the party?
Man, it was like 98% women and like 2% men.
Now, at that first party, did you speak to the defendant at that party?
Just a casual, brief greet.
And how did that come about?
My best friend at the time introduced me.
Lewis?
Yes.
And how long was that interaction with the defendant?
It was very brief.
After that first party, did you attend other parties at the Olympia Fields?
Yes, I have.
And what kinds of party did you attend at the defendant's Olympia Fields residence?
Went to the album release, birthday parties, regular Saturday and Friday night parties.
And when you say birthday parties, for whose birthday?
Mr. Kelly.
The defendant?
The defendant.
And who, if anyone, do you recall attending those parties with?
hold real quick, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm back. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And when you say birthday parties, for whose birthday?
Mr. Kelly.
The defendant?
Yeah.
And who, if anyone, do you recall attending those parties with?
My best friend, Lewis.
Lewis. You mentioned album release.
Hold real quick. I got Jetfly Leaks and click. Let me see what he wants. What's going on, man?
Celebration time, man. We celebrating over here, popping bottles, baby.
Oh yeah, what you popping bottles?
Yeah,
for?
you already. Oh man, if they give that man death penalty, we all gonna be happy. Let's just be 100. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. What's going on
Yeah,
with
you know what I'm saying?
You just chilling?
That shit wrong, man. And more
Yeah.
folks need to come out and speak, bro. Come forward. If you was attacked, hurt, abused, lynched, all that, man, it's time now. You feel me? It's so many, man. Like let's speak on Marcus Houston and Chris Stokes, man.
Mm-hmm.
SB was molested. You know what I'm saying? We don't speak about that because the black community, we kind of shelter and we kind of hide stuff like that because they say, "Oh, black men, we got to be strong."
Yeah, man.
You still can be strong, but come forward.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Just come forward. That's all I had to tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? Speak up. Don't be silent.
Indeed. Hey, thanks for popping in, bro. We're in the middle of reading these transcripts right now, but I
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll let y'all get back to it.
All right, bro. Stay up. All right, let's get back to it. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I just want to see what he had to say. Okay, so my best friend, Lewis.
Lewis.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned album release parties. Do you recall any specific album release party you attended at Olympia Fields?
The Double Up album release party.
And was that the defendant's album, Double Up?
Yeah.
And approximately when did you attend the Double Up album release party?
The spring of 2007.
And were you still a junior in high school at that time?
Yes. Yeah, I was going to be. I was going into my senior year, but I was still a junior. Yes.
So it was towards the end of your junior year.
Yes.
And do you recall speaking with the defendant at any party? At that party?
Yes.
What, if anything, do you recall about that conversation with the defendant?
He slipped me his number.
And how did he slip you his number?
He just balled up a piece of paper in his hand and he slapped it in my hand.
And at some point, did you look at what was on the piece of paper?
Correct.
And what was it on the piece of paper?
His phone number.
And how was it written?
It was handwritten.
Handwritten?
Yes.
Did you have a cell phone when you were in high school?
Yes.
And was your cell phone in your name or someone else's name?
My brother-in-law's name.
And without saying his name, do you recall your brother-in-law's name?
Yes, correct.
I'm showing you what's been marked for identification at Government's Exhibit 969. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Is that your brother-in-law's name?
Correct.
I move to admit Government's Exhibit 969.
Not a problem.
Okay. Government Exhibit 969 marked and received in evidence.
And may we publish it to the jury only? And your sister, when you were in high school, was this person your brother-in-law already, or was he seeing your sibling?
I believe they was married already.
Okay. And was he married to your sister?
Correct.
Now, did your brother-in-law know the defendant personally?
Objection.
No.
Overruled.
Did your sister know the defendant personally?
No.
Now, when the defendant, withdrawn. When the defendant gave you his phone number, I think you testified you were toward the end of your junior year in high school, correct?
Correct.
And at that time, how did the defendant giving you his phone number make you feel?
I mean, it felt pretty good. You know, I mean, getting a number from a celebrity, you know, like his status, like it made me feel really good.
Now, after the defendant gave you his phone number, at some point, did you communicate with the defendant by phone?
Yes.
In what manner?
I mean, he just wanted me to like keep in contact with him. So through text, you know, just
okay.
Just to make sure I, you know, just check up on me.
He would check up on your.
Yeah.
And you said that was mainly through text. Is that right?
Yeah. And I would check up on him. You know what I'm saying? We would also check up on each other.
Now, other than seeing the defendant at parties at his residence in the Olympia Fields, did you also see him at other times?
Yes.
And what other places did you see the defendant in? And let me ask you in this way, when you were and when he was still living at Olympia Fields, what other places would you see the defendant?
I mean, at his residence or at the rec center, you know, where he played ball. You know what I'm saying? Around that time, you know, that was pretty much it.
Okay. And when you say ball, do you mean basketball?
Yes.
And do you recall where the rec center was, where the defendant played basketball when he was living in Olympia Fields?
Markham, Illinois.
And did you attend those basketball games?
Correct.
And about how far was the Markham Rec Center where the defendant played basketball from the defendant's house in Olympia Fields?
It was no less than 5 or other than 10 minutes.
Okay. And is that driving?
Yes, that's a straight shot.
Now, I'm showing you Government's Exhibit 523. What's in evidence? Government's Exhibit 523A, B, and C. Do you recognize these photographs?
Yeah, that's the rec center in Markham.
Where the defendant played basketball?
Correct.
And how often, about how many times did you attend basketball games at the rec center where the defendant was playing?
About 2 or 3 times.
And did you ever play during any of those basketball games?
Not there. I played once with him before, but not that one.
At a different location?
Yes.
After he left Olympia Fields, did you also see the defendant play basketball somewhere else?
Yeah, he used to play at a church in the city of Chicago.
I'm sorry. My watch just started speaking to me. I apologize.
All right.
I'm sorry. Where else did you see him?
At a church in the city of Chicago.
And was there a basketball court there?
Yes.
And did you see the defendant play basketball multiple times there?
Yes.
And I think you testified is that where you also played in one basketball game. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how did you generally learn about the basketball games when they were played at the Markham Rec Center?
My best friend, Lewis, at the time.
He would let you know about them?
Yes, he would go play.
And were these basketball games, and what were these basketball games like?
I mean, pretty much, Kelly ball. I mean, you get the rebound, pass it to him, let him shoot.
And you call that Kelly ball? Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, other than you, what other types of people did you see who attended the defendant's basketball game?
I mean, you had like the regular ongoing watchers, you know what I'm saying? You had the hoopers, you know what I'm saying, that got invited. You had his ladies, you know what I'm saying, his lady friends, you would have.
And when you say the hoopers that got invited, do you mean other players?
Yes.
And you said you also saw ladies there. Is that right?
Yeah, his lady friends.
Do you mean the defendants?
Yes.
From where, if anywhere, did you see the defendant's female friends watch the games?
Apart from everyone else?
Apart from everyone else, is that what you said?
Yes, correct.
And was everyone else, when you were there, at least, were those men?
Yes.
Now, during those earlier days when the defendant still lived at Olympia Fields, when you would go to the parties at the Olympia Fields and the basketball games in Markham, did you see or meet any of the defendant's employees or associates?
Yes.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government's Exhibit 4. Do you recognize this person?
Yes.
Who is this?
I think they call him Junebug.
And do you know what, if any, role Junebug had with the defendant?
Personal assistant, someone like his, right-hand guy for different matters.
I'm showing you Government's Exhibit 31. Do you recognize this person?
Yes, I believe his name is Tom. I'm not sure. He was an assistant to Mr. Kelly.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government's Exhibit 21. Do you recognize this person?
Yes.
Who is that?
They called him Bowden or Bowden.
And what, if any, role did he have with the defendant?
Just a long-time friend, a good friend of Mr. Kelly's.
I'm showing you Government's Exhibit 9. Do you recognize this person?
I've seen him before.
Do you know his name or nickname?
Hold on.
Line 8.
No, I don't.
Where do you recall seeing this person?
In the earlier days at parties at Olympia Fields.
I'm showing you Government's Exhibit 22. Do you recognize this person?
I believe so. I believe she did security for Mr. Kelly.
Do you know her name?
Cookie. I'm not for sure, but I would say Cookie.
Okay. Now, did there come a time when the defendant asked you to come to his residence at Olympia Fields and it wasn't for a party?
Correct.
And how did that come about?
He just wanted to see me and told me to come by.
And what, if anything, and did you go?
Yeah.
And what, if anything, happened once you got to the Olympia Fields residence?
I mean, he opened the gates for me and told me to wait inside his Maybach at the time.
And did you wait inside his Maybach?
Yeah.
And did the defendant stay or leave after letting you inside?
He told me to wait on him for like 20 minutes.
And actually, just to be clear, when he opened the gates for you, did you actually see him at that time?
Nah, he was already gone from the house.
Okay. So how did he tell you to wait in the Maybach? Was that by phone?
Yeah, I believe through text. He told me to get inside the Maybach and wait for him.
And about how long did you wait inside the Maybach?
Roughly about 20 minutes.
And what, if anything, happened after 20 minutes, roughly?
Then Mr. Kelly came out. We got inside the Maybach as well.
And after the defendant got inside the Maybach with you, what do you recall happening?
I recall him just like talking to me and then forcefully kissing me and licking my face.
And how, if at all, did you react at the time?
I was like numb and shocked. Like, that's about all I could do.
What, if anything, do you recall the defendant saying to you at that time?
Just to be open-minded.
And what?
Just to be open-minded.
Do you recall anything else about that encounter?
No. That was just a brief contact that night. And then, I went home.
Now, did the defendant stop making sexual advances to you after that?
No.
And what other sexual advances do you remember him making to you?
I mean, one time, he told me to take off my pants and sit down in the chair. And he began to give me oral sex.
And who initiated that encounter?
Mr. Kelly, the defendant.
Do you remember where that took place?
At his residence in Olympia Fields.
And do you remember anything about where in the residence that was?
At that particular time, no. It was in one of the rooms upstairs.
And do you recall whether that encounter was recorded?
Yeah.
Do you remember how it was recorded?
On an iPad.
And whose iPad was it?
Mr. Kelly's.
And who set up the recording?
The defendant.
Now, did there also come a time when the defendant, actually withdrawn? At some point, did you have a sexual encounter with the defendant and another person?
Yes.
And how did that come about the first time that happened?
He said that he had a gift for me and to come by his house.
Who said that to you?
The defendant.
And where did you go after you arrived at Olympia Fields?
He told me to wait in one of the rooms upstairs. I believe it was one of his kids' rooms.
And what happened after you waited in the room?
I mean, he came in and he told me to, don't be nervous. Take off my clothes. And, he sent a half-naked lady into the room.
And did you know the lady he sent into the room before?
No.
Did the defendant tell you her name?
No.
Prior to that day, had you asked the defendant to provide you with a girl or a woman?
No.
What happened after this person entered the room?
I mean, he pretty much told us to go at, but we didn't like know what to do because he was still in the room, so we didn't know what to do.
And after that, what happened?
So he instructed us to start kissing and mean it.
He told you to mean it?
Yeah, he told us to mean it, like start kissing each other.
And what, if anything, did you notice was in the room while this was happening?
iPad, a recording camera, lights, production lights.
And after the defendant told you and the female present to start kissing and to mean it, what happened?
I mean, he started recording and started masturbating.
And what, if anything else, did the defendant tell you to do?
Pretty much to have sex with her, before he gave us, should I say, blowjobs? Like, can I say blowjobs? She gave us blowjobs.
Okay. So who, if anyone, told the female to give you a blowjob?
The defendant.
Okay. And by blowjob, do you mean oral sex?
Yes.
And who, if anyone, told the female to give the defendant oral sex?
Nobody. I mean, what you mean? Like, rephrase that question.
Did anyone tell the female to give Rob oral sex?
The defendant.
Now, after the oral sex, what, if anything, did the defendant tell you to do?
After the oral sex and everything, he told me to wait in the room.
Okay. And when you say everything, what are you referring to?
Because I had to penetrate the young lady at the time.
And by penetrate, do you mean you had sexual intercourse with her?
Yes.
And did you penetrate her vaginally?
Yes.
During this encounter, who, if anyone, was in charge?
The defendant.
Why did you do what the defendant told you to do?
Actually, I have no idea.
And after that encounter, you just described with this other female at Olympia Fields, did you have other sexual encounters with the defendant?
Correct.
Including other females?
Correct.
And did the sexual encounters sometimes, were they just you and the defendant?
Yes.
When you had sexual encounters with you and just the defendant, who was in control?
The defendant.
What did the defendant tell you to do with him?
Give him oral, like oral sex.
Did he ask you to do anything else as well? Oh my.
To drive it up his butt.
Okay. How far, excuse me, y'all, how, if at all, were these encounters recorded?
iPad.
Where did these sexual encounters, where did these sexual encounters with just the defendant take place?
At his residence, at his studio, the tour bus.
And when you say his residence, which residence? Which residence or residences are you referring to?
The Olympia Fields residence, the Trump Towers apartment.
And when you say studios, what studios are you referring to?
The studio off Ohio and the studio off Justine.
Showing you what's in evidence as government exhibits 503A. Do you recognize this?
Sure. Yes, I do.
What is this photograph of?
The studio on Justine.
Now, during your sexual encounters with the defendant, what, if anything, did the defendant tell you to call him?
Daddy.
You also mentioned a sexual encounter with the defendant on a tour bus. Is that correct?
Correct.
And where on the tour bus did that take place?
The back room.
The back room of the tour bus?
Yes.
And was the tour bus parked or moving when that happened?
Parked.
And do you recall where it was parked?
Hold up. Where it was parked? Oh, downtown Chicago.
Now, apart from, I think you testified that apart from the first encounter with the defendant and a female at Olympia Fields that you've already described, that there were other times, other encounters with the defendant and other females. Is that correct?
Correct.
About how many times do you recall having an encounter with the defendant and another female?
Countless.
Countless?
Correct.
And who was in charge during those encounters?
The defendant.
What type of sexual acts did he direct you to engage in with these females?
I mean, penetration. I mean, they would put their mouth on me, hugging and kissing.
And when you say put their mouth on me, what part of your body are you referring to?
My genitals.
And while these acts are going on, what was the defendant doing?
Either masturbating or watching.
Did the defendant tell you or the females what you should be doing?
Correct.
And did he record these interactions?
Yes.
And how did he record them?
By iPad.
Did the defendant ever engage with you and in the females during these interactions? Did he ever engage with you or the female sexually during these interactions?
Correct. Yes.
What, if anything, did the defendant call you during these encounters with the other females?
Nephew.
Are you the defendant's nephew?
No.
Are you in any way related to the defendant?
No.
At the time you engaged in these sexual acts with other females, at the time you engaged in these sexual acts, did you know the names of any of these females?
No.
In what locations do you recall engaging in sexual acts with these females?
I mean, his residence, like his studio, trips out of state.
And do you recall whether any of these encounters were ever occurred in hotel rooms?
Yes.
What, if any, rules were there during these encounters?
I mean, not that. We wasn't allowed to talk to each other.
And when you say we weren't allowed to talk to each other, who is the we you're referring to?
His lady, the female.
And yourself?
Yes.
Now, did you engage in sexual acts with certain of these females more than once?
Correct.
And were all of these encounters in the defendant's present?
Correct.
Do you recall what some of the females, the defendants, told you to engage in sexual acts with, what they look like?
Yes.
And fair to say you don't recall all of them?
Fair to say.
I'm showing you what's in evidence as Government's Exhibit 69B. Do you recognize this person?
Correct.
And this is one of the females that the defendant directed you to engage in sexual acts with?
Yes. One of the first ones. Yes.
Did you engage in sexual acts with her once or multiple times?
Multiple.
At the time of those acts, did you know her name?
No.
What type of acts do you recall engaging in with the individual in Government Exhibit 69B?
Sexual.
And what do you mean by that?
I mean, sexual acts and things sexual.
What type of sexual acts?
Penetration or kissing or orally. I mean, she giving me orally.
And did the defendant ever engage in sexual acts with both you and his individual?
Yes.
And again, were those interactions recorded?
Yes.
And do you recall how they were recorded?
iPad.
And who, if anyone, told you what to do during your encounters with the individual in 69B?
All right, y'all, we're going to stop right there. Please put in the chat 3355. Please put in the chat 3355. Oh, man, this is
Deep.
Man.
This is
Oh
a lot.
my goodness.
It is a lot.
whole lot.
It's emotionally a lot.
It is. It's just, I mean, just reading it, it's like, what the? Oh,
I'm a mom of 5 sons, and all of them are adults. And this is so gross and disheartening to me. In a daughter, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. But I live fairly close to the Azrael Clary family. We're like in the next city over. So we've heard a lot in general about what was going on with that. Like her parents used to be at the concerts. Like it's been known around here that something was going on like with their daughter and him or whatever. But I'm not a fan or a supporter anyway. So like my children haven't grown up listening to his music. I think it's sad. But thank you guys for allowing me to read for everyone. Thank you for being patient. Love to everyone. Peace and love to everybody. One love. Thank you.
Louise, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yes, and thank you for having me. I'm sorry I was late, honey.
No, Shay, listen, you ain't look. Hey, I appreciate you jumping on when you jumped on. Thank you so much, Queen.
You're welcome. So are you coming back this evening or not?
I'm thinking I may. Yeah, I'm thinking I may. I'm thinking I may come back. But listen, I appreciate you, okay? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Man, y'all. So that was deep. Like that testimony is crazy. It's real rough when you're a dude reading it from a man's perspective. Clone the Goon, what up, bro?
Man, I hate when you stop in the middle of some. Oh man, I can't say juicy because that shit is weird. That's weird shit,
bro. Here's the thing. I try to give these ladies a break. You know what I mean? We done been on for 2.5 hours.
man. Yeah, I know, I understand, but it's like
in
the middle. All right, y'all, we on page 2835. Oh hell no! You know how your favorite show come on and it go off when something really happened? That type of shit.
I'll be back on later, bro, because I do want to finish this, man. It's just damn. Bro, you need to come on here and read one day, bro.
Man, I can't read, man. I'm done as RKelly.
Man, you silly, bro. Hey.
All right, man.
I'm gonna have Tanya come in tonight and read and help me read. So she did great last night. and anybody else. Probably Shay will come back. So yeah, we're gonna get back to it tonight. But thanks, bro.
All right, for sure, man.
Peace.
Much.
You too, bro. You too. All right, y'all. So look, I'll be here. Let's do this. I'm gonna let y'all set the time. Do y'all want to come back on at? How about this? I'll be back here at let's say 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock we'll come back on. Okay, 9 o'clock. Y'all be here. We're gonna rock it out. Yes, we're gonna have another one tonight. 9 o'clock tonight. I will be back. Okay, 9 o'clock. All right. Thank y'all for coming over. Hey, Miss Davis, I didn't even see you. Hey, Tanya, I'm sorry. Jamie Phillips, what's going on? Miss Thomas, hey, 9 o'clock, y'all. I'll be back here at 9. I'll go ahead and schedule it. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I will holler at y'all later. Okay? Peace out.
Oh, 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 no. I don't need negative energy. Wrap me in positive synergy. I have been doubted through life. Been there and done that with trifling people who told me my style would not work. I told them they wrong. Been struggling too long. This song is for you. I'm proving you wrong. Get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way. Get out my way. I'm a genuine person. Like if I love you, I love you. If I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. It's as simple as that.